Hey y'all, hi. I'm excited about today's video because it's kind of the second video in a two-part mini-series about shopping my stash. I just filmed the first video of this duo, and if you haven't seen it, I recommend watching it before you watch this one because it's a shop my stash bonanza in honor of No Buy July. So for the first video, I took you up to my vanity where I keep my makeup in my drawers and on the surface of my vanity and in a little storage container. We went through all of it together and I shopped my stash for a bunch of makeup that I really love, but that I haven't been using lately. All of that exact makeup from that video is here laid out before me, and I'm going to create a look on my face using some of it. So if you'd like to go into this video deeply familiar with the makeup that I have to choose from, then definitely make sure that you've seen that video. Of course, if you don't feel like watching it, you just want to watch me put on makeup, then stay with this video because that's what I'm about to do. If this is your first time to my channel, then welcome. I'm glad you're here. My name is Hannah. I love makeup, but I don't want to promote overspending. And it is kind of a tricky thing, creating beauty content that doesn't encourage overspending. That's the balance that I'm trying to strike. I deeply believe that you can love beauty, be a lover of beauty, and also buy, own, and use beautiful things without overspending and without having an unhealthy relationship with shopping. That's what my content is about. And if that sounds good to you, I hope you will subscribe. Now, let's go ahead and get into the meat of the video. I do have a little bit of makeup on my face already. It's the base makeup that I applied when I sat down to film that other video. It's just a little bit of green color corrector. I think maybe a little bit of the Exa primer, and then some of the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I used the NARS concealer just to take down a little additional redness on my chin and to conceal this blemish, which you might not be able to see super well from there because it's so well concealed. And you know, I was intending to put on more base makeup. I brought my base makeup down with me, the Rose Ink concealer, green color corrector, some powder. I actually don't really feel like doing that right now. Right now in my life, I'm really feeling truly real looking exposed skin. One of the things I like about green color corrector, and this is the one that I've been using, it's the one from Exa, and I did a full review of this brand. So if you want to see me apply this green color corrector really close up with really clear comparison footage, then click through and watch that video. I'll try to remember to link it down below. The thing I really like about green color corrector as a tool is that I can take down the redness of my skin so that my face doesn't look so many shades darker and redder than the rest of my body, but without adding coverage, so that if I want my skin to still look a little bit uneven, a little blotchy, that's the look of real skin. And I think that that's a good look sometimes. And I like being able to cancel the redness, but without canceling my skin, basically. That's what I did earlier to get ready to film that video. And I think that what I want to do is stick with this as my base and then build a makeup look on it, eyes, cheeks, and lips, that makes sense with it. So nothing too intensely heavy, nothing too glamorous, something that will fit with what I've already got going on, which is pretty fresh and natural. But there are a bunch of really exciting pieces of makeup here on the table before me. So I feel like I need to strategize. If I just go category by category, I think I might end up picking too many exciting things and they're all going to clash with each other and clash with what's on my face. I really want to feel still fresh and bright and in my body, you know, when all of this is done, rather than too made up. That's what I want today. So starting with eyes, I think the most exciting piece of eye makeup for which I shopped my stash is this custom palette that I built on camera in an overhead shot video that also should already have posted. But when I built this little palette, I had in mind really gunky, smoky, smudgy, messy, greasy lids. I have been gunking on a ton of eye makeup lately and really enjoying that look. And this palette is definitely going to support that. But I don't think that that's what I want today. I'm feeling kind of fresh today. It's not how it's been lately. I kind of want to lean into that. I want to take advantage of the fact that I'm feeling a little bit more energized today than I have been, and a little bit less like the only option for me is to smudge black eyeliner and black eyeshadow from here to here. I will make an effort to use this on camera soon though, because I know a lot of you are going to want to see me demonstrate it. But today, I think what I want to do is that thing where it's just a wing, like a bare lid and just a wing. A very popular eye makeup look that I never ever do. But I'm inspired because I shopped my stash for these cream eyeliner eyeshadow pots from Lethal. One of them is basically the exact color of the top that I have on. It's like this rust cream. And I think that I could draw on a fierce, huge wing just with this and keep the fresh aspect that I want to hang on to today. So let's do that for eye makeup. And then of course the Gucci mascara, which is the one for which I shopped my stash. And that'll give me some leeway when it comes to the cheeks and the lips. I won't have to tone it down on the cheeks and lips. For cheeks, let's be absolute radical rebels and go for the powder products. The Kevyn Aucoin Neo Bronzer and the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette in Glitz. I feel like with these I'll be able to sculpt, but I'll be able to kind of keep it bronzy and neutral. And you know what? With that plan in place, lips can wait until the end because I feel like it could be Maybelline Gone Greige. That might be the thing I was the most excited about. But if I end up going quite hard on the cheeks and feeling like I need to keep it light on the lips, I could use Truth or Dare, the Trixie Cosmetics gloss, or one of the Persona Cosmetics glosses. I'm really feeling like this plan is impeccable, and the only thing that might mess it up is if I completely fail to do a good wing. So let's go ahead and try, and we'll find out as soon as possible whether or not I'm going to manage. I do have the Samantha X Sigma winged liner brush on my side, so if I mess it up, it'll literally be all my fault. Should I zoom you in so you can observe my struggle and my folly? Yeah. Okay, I kind of made the shape, like I got one line down on one side and I'm going to try to match that on the other side, rather than like finishing the wing on this side and then trying to make it match. Okay, I feel like this one's more successful because I took it out further and a little bit higher because I have hooded eyes. I mean, a wing is never going to look as good on me as it does on some people, but I can do my best to make it work. Okay, they're a little lopsided if you really stare at them. So I'm going to respectfully ask you all not to stare at them. And I think that once I pile on the mascara too, it'll help just make it all feel cohesive and make the shapes less stark and, make the small inconsistencies, the small asymmetries less apparent. Oh my gosh, I put some of the Lethal Cosmetics pot liner onto my hand while I was working, so I could sculpt the brush with the product and, wipe off a little of the product and make sure that I wasn't getting too much on the brush. And I'm rubbing at it with micellar water to try to get it off. And it's giving me a really hard time, which just goes to show how sturdy it is on the eyes. It's a really good product. I totally forgot about these interesting qualities of the Gucci mascara. When you first swipe it on, it's not that impressive, at least with this tube. I feel like the first tube I had, the first swipes were really impressive. But with this tube, the first swipe or two just seemed normal. And then as I continue to build and build, it's so buildable and it builds to this sort of raspy, tangled, and very lengthened lash. And the other thing that's really interesting that I had forgotten about it is that as it does that, it causes my lashes to curl quite a lot. And actually, if I don't want them to curl up and around, I kind of have to work with a little brush in the mascara to pull them out a little bit straighter or a little bit more of a cat eye shape. But it's interesting that they don't market this as a curling mascara because I feel like it really is one. This is a really different look for me and I like that. I'm into it. I'm just going to zoom you out a teeny bit, not as far as we were before, to do the rest of the face. Okay. Cheeks. I am so tempted to really keep it quite light. And because my complexion's looking so natural and not all blanked out or made up, I don't feel like I really have to go hard with the sculpting products. But I want to use a little bit of them. I'm going to go in with a Rephr 30. It's the fluffiest, loosest, biggest Rephr brush. I'm hoping that'll help me get a diffused application that isn't too built up in any one spot. So I'm sort of coating the entire brush and really want it to be subtle. Yeah, there we go. So it's on this side, really subtle. But I also think it's helping. It's good. You know, I haven't gone overboard. I like the side that I applied the product on better than the other side is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I put makeup on and I'm like, I liked it better without. Okay, great. Again, very subtle, but helping to balance out the fact that there's clearly makeup on my eyes. Let us be similarly light-handed with the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. I'm just going to use this shade. It's really sparkly. I'm going to try not to go overboard. Okay, it's really pretty, but it's a little much for me right now. I'm just going over with the same brush that I used for bronzer to like work it in and make it one with the skin, which it kind of resisted. Like it's still really, really shiny. The important thing is that I don't feel like what I added to my cheeks has disrupted the look of real skin. Okay, we're back where we started in terms of zoom. I wanted to have like the big picture with, you know, a little bit of outfit, a little bit of torso in order to make a decision about the lip. Here's Gone Greige. It would be fierce. It would be statement. Here's the gloss. It would be great. It would just be a much lighter look. The Persona Twilight Gloss, that would be the lightest look. That's actually kind of what I feel like doing. Any of these lip products would be great. And I think that it's just a testament to how much I like what I've already done. I'm having a hard time choosing how I should finish the look. I have to say that if I were trying to pick the most interesting editorial, the most sort of high impact statement, fresh, modern look, it would be Gone Greige. I think that this would be an amazing way to finish this look. But I want what I want, which is for it to feel light and fresh. And I kind of feel like my lips are parched. I want something juicy on them. My temptation is to go for the Persona Twilight gloss, but I'm going to compromise and use Truth or Dare because it has that greige taupe that Gone Greige has. That's part of what I feel like would make it such a strong choice. But it's a gloss, it's nourishing, it's easier to wear, it's a little bit lighter. Let's see how it looks. I actually love that. I feel like in terms of color, it's giving me the edginess that I wanted from Gone Greige and that I would have gotten from Gone Greige, but it feels more seasonal, right? It feels more summery. It feels more like a really hot weather look, and it really is super hot and muggy today. And in other ways, I'm dressed for that weather, so I feel like it makes it all more cohesive. I'm pleased because I feel like I've really succeeded in putting on makeup that looks like makeup, right? My lips are not the natural color of my lips. My eyes have this sculptural line on them, this graphic line. My cheeks still look fresh, but this gleam is obviously not natural. So the makeup is a look, it is artistry, but I don't feel overly made up. I don't feel like I have applied something to my face that makes it incongruous with the rest of my aspect today, which is relatively casual and fresh. And that's the quality, even though this isn't exactly like Euphoria makeup, that's the quality that I like in the Euphoria makeup trend. And I feel like it's something that I'm going to keep chewing on, especially as I work through all of this makeup for which I've shopped my stash, because I feel like all of it could be used for variations on this theme. I'm definitely coming for Gone Greige, maybe even tomorrow, and I'm definitely coming for this little palette on camera soon. But today, I feel like I made all of the right choices and it was a real pleasure. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I hope that you have been encouraged to shop your stash and or to think about summer makeup looks that are fresh and natural feeling, but that are obviously makeup and therefore aren't no makeup looks. Maybe we can collectively explore that idea together. I'm looking forward to reading your comments. I hope that you will subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And I really hope that you're taking extra good care of yourself so that you can be the most effective version of yourself as you do your work in the world.